Fox Sports 910, Benjamin Garcia doing all the filling in duties today on The Drive. So many things to get to. It really is our first Football Friday today on The Drive. I teased last segment because it's very interesting. This time next week, we will be dissecting and breaking down the first game of the NFL season between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. Cannot wait. Last night, we got a little bit of a teaser, even more so, into the world of college football. And this is something that kind of made waves last night. Colorado football beat North Dakota State University 31-26. You know, this is a team in North Dakota State that is seen for some reason still at a granular scale of a organization that's just okay. Like, they're just fine. And Colorado football narrowly escapes with a victory at home. Went to the half down 20-17. You know, there's a few things I took from this Colorado-North Dakota State University game. And I am not seen as a Colorado football believer. Now, there's a difference between believing in a team and wanting a team to succeed. I want Colorado football to succeed. It makes my job easier. It makes college football more fun. And just take a look around in the college football landscape. Nick Saban is gone. Jim Harbaugh is gone. Who is the big name head coach that everyone has their eyes on? Deion Sanders, prime time, is great for college football. His success is directly correlative to the popularity of the sport and growing the sport. There were a bunch of statistics last night on the Colorado North Dakota State University game. It was basically showing like merchandise has gone up 505%. They have crazy amounts of impressions and views on social media. That's the Deion Sanders primetime effect. And it's growing. I want it to succeed. It's great to have as you can see, a hero in college football. It's great to have a villain. Whatever way you root for Deion Sanders, he's on the either side of the spectrum. No one just says Deion Sanders, couldn't really care for the guy. Whatever. He's in the middle. He can succeed, he cannot succeed. I don't have an opinion. Everyone has an opinion on primetime Deion Sanders. Now, I could say all those things and gush over Colorado and Deion Sanders and how great I want them to be. But then also say in the same breath, yeah, I'm not so sure how good Colorado's going to be. They've got a brutal schedule. And people are just beating Colorado over the head last night. Just beating them over the head. Mercilessly. Kind of unfairly. Because they narrowly escaped with a victory against North Dakota State University. Let me defend Colorado on this point alone. Colorado could have scheduled Panera Bread State and McDonald's University like every other big college football or Power 4 brand does and just played them. That's not what Primetime did. That's not what Deion Sanders did. That's not what Colorado did. North Dakota State is the Alabama of FCS football. They would beat a lot of FBS programs. They have, and they will continue to do so. They had a guy in Cade Miller last night who was electric. He was 18 for 22. Yes, the Colorado defense stinks, but the guy can play. They've got Trey Lance's brother on the team, Bryce Lance, as well, who's seen as at least a capable prospect. This team in NDSU is very, very stable and a much, much needed program in FCS football. They're the Alabama. They win championships all the time. They roll over teams. It's completely unfair to condemn Deion Sanders in Colorado for playing actual. Now, would NDSU make the college football playoff in the FBS? Of course they wouldn't. They're not that good. But I think it's disingenuous and kind of a lazy take to say, oh, they barely beat an FCS school at home. This isn't your normal FCS school. This is the best FCS school over the past 2 decades. They're a dynasty. Did you expect Colorado to come in and just run roughshod over them? Which, by the way, another highlight of note for Colorado, Shedeur Sanders was electric. Now listen, I have said I'm kind of out on the Shedeur Sanders business. I believe the kid's got to mature a little bit. He seems way too into himself. He seems like he's doing the primetime shtick, but that doesn't work as a quarterback. That worked as a cornerback. It doesn't work as a quarterback. You got to be first one to take blame, first one to distribute blame. Or, sorry, first one to distribute credit. Shedeur Sanders, to all of my personality that I don't love about him, 26 for 34, 445 yards, 4 touchdowns, and an interception that was 100% not his fault. The guy should have had 5 touchdowns. It's not his fault a ball bounced off of a dude's shoe and into the hands of an NDSU player. Also, Travis Hunter, electric. You know, I saw a take from Skip Bayless last night, maybe the first take that I had ever agreed with, or I could see what he was going. He basically said Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter could go 1 and 2 in the draft. I believe that firmly. I think it's a little crazy, but I don't think it's downright insane. I could see it happening. I don't think it's fair to condemn Colorado for playing real competition week 1. Did you want them to do what Rutgers did and played a school that I couldn't even pronounce? Or what Murray State did? Or whoever it is. It's not fair to condemn Colorado for not playing a cupcake schedule. They could have scheduled Panera Bread State. They could have scheduled McDonald's University. If they beat those teams, you know what the narrative is today? Well, of course, they beat San Jose State Community College. They should beat that team. So they schedule a real FCS opponent, the best FCS school over the past 2 decades, and they're crushed for it because they barely won. Now, should they have potentially won by a little bit more? Whatever. A win's a win. I'm not going to condemn them for that. I believe that is just piling on an unfair criticism of Colorado. Now, is there things that they do that I think is stupid and a distraction? Absolutely. The leaders and dogs thing is cringe to me. I think it's so weird. Leave the captain sticker. There's nothing else you need to do to alter that. Social media handles in the back of jerseys, again, I'm just out on that. A distraction, not for it. But last night, I believe was a good win, and I believe a disingenuous reaction to Colorado University playing an actual football school. So my rare praise for Colorado football.